to a lesser degree, because I feel like older men, they talk to you like you don't know any better, and you're just like, you're literally a child to them. But it's like, why are you attracted to me if I'm like a child to you? It's just weird.
That was
I understand.
interesting.
What's weird about it?
It's just
Does it give you
weird.
the
Like
ick?
it feels
Does it give you the
radio.
Does it give you the ick?
Yes, it does.
It gives you the ick. Well, let me ask you a question. Since we're on the ick, can you give me a single moral argument, a single one, for why it would actually be immoral for a 20-year-old woman to date or marry a 50-year-old man? Just a single argument that's actually shows that this is immoral.
Well, for the woman, I don't think it's immoral. I don't think it's immoral for younger women to like older people, or for younger people to like older people.
Why is it immoral for the 50-year-old man who has a woman who's 20 who's interested in him to be interested and reciprocate her feeling?
Because younger people, like, I think, like, once you're under the age of like 25, 21 maybe, you have higher levels of neuroticism, you are dealing with hot and cold cognition, you are dealing with peer pressure, you have a lack of identity.
So we shouldn't let them vote?
Shouldn't let them vote?
Yeah.
I think that we can have, like, I don't necessarily, I think that certain privileges can be afforded to, I think that certain levels of privileges can be afforded to different,
I don't understand
like,
if they're
and stuff
neurotic
like that.
and stupid and can't make these decisions, but somehow you're going to charge them with the fate of the nation? What? Can you explain that rationale to me?
I wouldn't be completely against it.
So you want to raise the voting age to 26. Okay, so then once they get 26
25.
and their Abdullah oblongatas fully developed or whatever, then it would be okay after the Abdullah oblongata reaches the fruition of Abdullah oblongataness for them to then date a man who's 50 at 26, right?
Yeah, I don't, like, for example, right? I don't think that there would be any moral issue with like a man 50 dating a 30-year-old woman, or like a 25-year-old woman.
Okay.
Do you help me out with one more thing? The prefrontal cortex. I agree with you. It's fully developed in women at about age 26. But something interesting happens, and I'd like your take on this. Do you know that after it's fully developed, it starts to decay? Mm-hmm. So since it starts to decay, by the time you're 50, it's in a rapid state of decay, in fact, in most people. Mm-hmm. So isn't it the case then, if that's the truth, that a 50-year-old is actually probably more equally yoked with a 20-year-old because their prefrontal cortex is in a state of decay, just like the 20-year-old?
No, it's just not the same.
Why?
Because that 50-year-old actually has knowledge and life experience, whereas that 20-year-old
so it doesn't come down to the prefrontal cortex, it comes down to knowledge.
I never said it came down to the prefrontal cortex necessarily.
Yes, you did. That was your primary argument.
I said that you're dealing with higher levels of neuroticism, a lack of self-identity, you're dealing with
the
high
same
cold
things you would find
cognition.
in a 50-year-old due to the prefrontal cortex.
I would have to see some research on that. I wouldn't be sure.
Well, I mean, it decays after 26. You can look it up right now. It decays after 26 years old, becomes in a state of decay. So that means it's been decaying for what, 20 years? So wouldn't they be more equally yoked?
I mean, you could probably argue that there might be something immoral, of like a younger woman dating like a 70-year-old or something, because they're really out of it. But like,
oh yeah, so the
I wouldn't
20-year-old,
see, like,
70,
a 50-year-old
that's fine,
is
but 20-year-old
still
and
pretty
50,
cognizant
that's
to
not.
me.
So wait, so a 20-year-old and a 70-year-old, that would be fine, but a 20-year-old and a 50-year-old, not fine.
No, that would not be fine.
Why wouldn't it be fine?
I think that the 20-year-old would probably, at that point, I think it would be sick on both sides at that point. Like,
So then what your argument here reduces to then? It would be sick even though they're mentally at about the same level. So does this mean then that no 20-year-old
they're
should
not
date?
mentally at the same level.
Why aren't they? If a 70-year-old is in a state of mental decay,
The 70-year-old
right?
probably just doesn't remember things and forgets things, and like a 20-year-old is, again, dealing with higher
So the
levels
20-year-old
of,
would be taking advantage of the 70-year-old?
probably for its money or something.
Oh, okay. So actually, your argument here then reduces to this. Andrew, nobody under the age of 26 should be dating. Because they're high in neuroticism, they make bad decisions, they make bad choices, so why should they ever date anybody until they're 26? They can't even make informed decisions. Why not raise the age of consent then to 26? Can you tell me why we shouldn't do that?
Because, I mean, I think people who are 26 can just date each other.
Yeah, I know, but why shouldn't we raise the age to 26 if people can't make good decisions before the age of 26?
I don't think we should, because I think to a degree you are like an adult by the age of 18.
Well,
Like,
you're an
you are
adult, but you can't
capable of
choose who you
making-
date. You can choose to vote. You can choose to join the military. You can choose to do all of these. You can choose to smoke. You can choose to do all these things, but you can't choose who you date. Really?
You can choose who you date. I just think that
Oh,
the older
okay.
person
So why
would
would
be.
so why would it be immoral then for a 20-year-old to date a 50-year-old?
Can I make an argument here?
Can you let her finish hers?
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just think about it. So first of all, like if you're a mother, you're competing in the same dating market as your daughter. You could potentially
No.
be talking to the same man.
Why is that
Like,
immoral?
It's disgusting. Like,
Why is it immoral? If I use the argument that we should have no LGBTQ because I found it disgusting, would you accept that as an argument?
no, it's just that I think
So
that
then don't use disgusting as an argument. Tell me why it's morally wrong.
I just think it's morally wrong because again, like the older man would be taking advantage of the younger woman due to her having a lack of identity and
But I don't disagree with
Then
you
why
when
are
you
they
say
allowed to date at all until they're 26? Because if they're not competent enough at 20 to pick their partner, right? Why are we letting them pick their partners when they're incompetent? You are taking advantage of them, right?
no, because
By allowing
two
them to make those bad
20-year-olds
decisions?
Like the two 20-year-olds don't have any advantage over each other.
I got a quick question here. Quick question for you. So your concern here is you said taking advantage of, right? So like predatory abusive, right? These age gap relationships are predatory abusive.
Predatory, sure. I mean,
Well,
what
you
do
said
mean by-
taking advantage
what kind
of.
of abuse are you talking about?
Well, you said taking advantage of, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you would acknowledge that age gap relationships aren't always that way.
Maybe not, no.
Or do you think all age gap relationships, the older individual is taking advantage, as you put it, of the younger individual?
Yeah, generally, like their
Every-
naivety and
But could you imagine a singular age gap relationship where the older individual is not taking advantage of the younger individual?
maybe.
So what would your objection be in that case? If there's no taking advantage of, and it's an otherwise healthy relationship, the older individual has good intentions, what would be your argument against an
It
age
would
gap
still
relationship?
be an association with like the usual dynamic of that kind of relationship.
But I
does
just,
that mean?
Can I butt in?
I said that there's good intentions.
Like I'm not going to investigate every single age gap relationship. Like I'm just going
Yeah,
to
but
go
you're
based off
admitting
of what
that many age gap
I generally
relationships
see the
aren't evil.
patterns to be.
Well, but I very much agree with your point when you said that women should take a man's finances into consideration when they're dating. They should date for finances. But at the same time, if you flip it back around, I also think that men should be able to date for attractiveness.
I agree.
So you would agree with that. But in the case of a 50-year-old and a 20-year-old, that's just him exercising that right and saying, hey, I'm 50 years old. I want to date a young, attractive 20-year-old, like pure woman.
I think
Does that make sense?
He can go for 25. Women in their mid 20s are still attractive.
But what if he wants a 20-year-old? There's no problem with him
there's
wanting a
scientific-
20-year-old.
There's actually
Whoa, whoa, wait,
scientific
hold-
evidence that 20 to 23 is peak attractiveness to men of all ages
Hold on.
for women. So that's actually
That's
fact.
true.
Like,
That
I'm
is
not,
a good point.
I'm not
That-
trying to argue their point because I have been in a relationship where I was underage. In Georgia, the age of consent is 16. I was 17.
We're not talking about underage
And-
relationships.
Right, but
Hold
that's,
on,
but that's the age
stop,
of consent.
Stop.
So that was a relationship that I felt like was not fair because of the age gap. And there is a dynamic within those relationships where there is kind of an authority, on the man over the woman. So it's really just if you think that that's appropriate in a relationship, then you think that an age gap is appropriate in a relationship. If you don't think that's appropriate, then you don't think that is an appropriate relationship.
Hold on, I'd like
That's
you
the
to
argument.
I'd like you to repeat what you said. So a 20-year-old is a what?
like usually
No, just
20-year-olds
repeat what you
have the
said.
phenotype of a child, like of a young.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Let me investigate this a little bit. You said your original statement was a 20-year-old is a child. But
Yeah, that's what I'm.
So
in
are you
looks.
talking? But now you're talking about their how they look physically. But what about mentally? Is there a mental component there too?
I wouldn't say they're a child. I would say they're just.
When you say
lacking-
phenotype, you mean their body.
Yeah, I think most
So-
20-year-olds look really young.
Do you look? So you look childlike?
No, not me. I mean, I'm
okay.
the exception.
But hold on. So just to be clear, but actually let's investigate this. So let's say there's a 30-year-old who has this phenotype that you consider childlike. So a man who's attracted to a 30-year-old with like, perhaps she's not very curvy, perhaps she has like a small breast or a small butt, you would say he's a PDF file for dating a 30-year-old woman, and he's 35?
Yeah.
That's actually
If he's attracted to that phenotype.
Wait, so hold on, just to be clear, like, so you're saying that women.
I wouldn't say he's literally a pedophile.
So just to be clear, you're going to throw women under the bus who are perhaps not developed in the breast or the butt or aren't curvy. You're going to say that they're basically one, that they aren't deserving of like a relationship, or the men that are attracted to them are PDF files. Really?
No, I'm saying
that's literally
like,
what you're saying.
If that's what he's specifically attracted to, if he's attracted to that look. And if he thought that, because a lot of times, like I've worked with people, and like I've worked with this one woman. She was like 27, but she looked like she was 19.
But if you're attracted to short women, say a guy likes short women, you can't just say, "Oh, you're a PDF file," because you like short women.
I don't think
and
you literally
younger
are.
people are usually
obviously.
short.
So you're figuratively.
So you're
figuratively.
I think this is a fair analogy. Let me just ask you a single question. Are you saying then that it's immoral for men who are attracted to those women to date them?
Yeah, like I would not date a man who looks like a teenager if I was a grown woman.
So
Even if he was my
immoral
age.
to you. Hang on. So men who are in relationships with women who love them, who look like this phenotypical expression that you're talking about, the man should leave because he's doing something wrong, right?
No, I don't think he should leave. I just don't think men
then
should
it's
be
not
attracted
immoral.
to that in the first place. Like
Then it's not immoral.
it is immoral to be attracted to
Well,
that
how is it
specifically.
immoral if you're telling them not to leave?
Because again, like I don't know how this relationship thrives. If she's actually of age, for all I know, he could have
She's
found
30
out.
years old, but she just has the phenotypical expression that you would consider to be childlike, and he's attracted to that. Is he and her doing something immoral?
I think
Are they
that-
doing something immoral? Yes or no? Are they doing something immoral?
I think that the man is immoral for being attracted to that and seeking out that phenotype in the first place.
Okay, but they're together now. Is he doing something immoral by being with her?
No, because he knows
so then
her.
what you're saying is that PDF files, as long as they're with the person who loves them, aren't immoral. That's your
No, because he
logic.
knows this woman. He knows
Fucking
how old
brilliant.
he
Genius level
knows.
stuff,
Can you let me
lady.
speak? Can you please let me speak? He knows how old
Oh,
she
yeah, I'll
is
let you
now.
speak. You dug your hole.
He knows how
Go ahead.
old she is. He knows her mindset and her level of maturity now. Like it's a relationship, and
So then
I'm
what you
talking
just done is
about,
distinguish
like for
that it's
example,
not
the
PDF
example I was
behavior.
trying to give, where I was working with this woman who was 27, but she looked like she was 19, and she gets approached by men, and they're like, "How old are you?" Like while
Yeah.
she looks like a teenager, and they're like, "Oh." She's like, "Oh, I'm 27," and they're like, "Oh, I thought you were like 19." It's like, "Why
I'm
are
sorry,
you
you're over
approaching me
here
if you
doing
thought I was
PDF
19?"
file apologetics. You're over here saying that men who are with women who look like this phenotype are themselves PDF files and should stay in those PDF files.
If they're attracted to that
you're
look,
a pedophile.
if you
are a
went-
PDF
if
file
you
apologist.
approached a woman
Stop
who was in her-
apologizing for PDF files.
Oh my
Stop it.
God. Okay, I'm
I have
done.
a
Can we get some more input from the other girls on the panel, like if they agree or if they think the same thing?
Yeah, we'll like open it up on the age gap thing. I do want to continue just a little
Yeah,
bit
go.
here. I mean, I'm really confused because so you know Sophie Rain. I'm sure you know who she is.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so this is a woman who's fairly curvy, big butt. I don't know if she
Yeah.
got some cans, some
Sadly,
bazongas.
I know
I
she
don't
does.
know. She's like 19, but I think she started doing like social media stuff, OF, maybe at 18. I think she's 19 now. Putting aside the fact that she's a sex worker strumpet, you're going to tell me that she's like, she would fit the phenotype of an older woman? So you would prefer men dating her even though she's 19, but she has like a more developed figure versus like a 35-year-old man versus a 35-year-old man dating like a 30-year-old woman who's perhaps like not as, maybe her breasts aren't as large, her butt's not as large, she's not as curvy. You think that, I'm just trying to understand the logic.
No, I think Sophie Rain looks like younger than what she actually is. Like in the face, she looks 14. Or her body is
now
grown.
it just has to do with
her
the
body is
face?
grown, but her face looks young. But
She looks
she's
like an
she's
18.
20, I
mean,
believe.
She looks her age. I don't know what you're
She's 20
talking about.
actually, and
Okay, she's 20. Fine.
I mean, what do you?
So which one?
so
Which one is worse in your worldview?
like for example, Jenna Ortega, I think is her name. The Hispanic girl who did the gothic
Yeah, Jenna Ortega.
role Wednesday.
So just to be
Wednesday.
clear, you're gatekeeping, like if a woman just, what if, I mean, that's just her genetics. She's just, you know.
I'm not
put
saying
more-
she's ugly. I'm not saying any of that. But if a man is attracted to that specific phenotype, and that's what he usually goes for, then that would
but this makes
probably
no
be
sense.
signs of.
But even if she's 30 years
No
old,
sense.
even
Wait,
if
hold on,
she's
just to be
30.
clear.
Again,
Wait,
I'm not
you're
going
about
to date a man
I'm
who's
gonna
30
hear-
years old but
hold on.
looks like he's 17.
Wait, I have a
like,
question
I'm just
for
not
you.
doing
I have
it.
a question for you. So when it comes to like, do you agree that like when it comes to childhood nutrition, like that's going to have an impact on your development? And there's some countries that have like,
Oh my-
hold on. There's some countries that have like worse childhood nutrition. You'd agree with that? And so
Yeah,
this is
sure.
going to have an impact on, you know, like perhaps how they develop, right?
Maybe, yeah.
I think
sure.
that-
Stop. Hold on. Okay. So just to be clear, I want you to make a statement that men who find women who live in certain countries, who perhaps these are developing countries, they're third world countries, men who are men in those countries who find that body type attractive because, hey, perhaps there's not good nutrition, whatever, that these men across the board in these countries who are not well developed, they're PDF files in this country.
They are not PDF files, but they.
Oh, no.
might-
Hold on.
If they're attracted to that specifically, then yes, they
what
are.
what if the majority of
If
the
you know that they're adult
hold
women,
on.
then you're not a pedophile.
What if the majority of the women in those specific countries have that phenotype? Are the men PDF files?
I mean, no, as long as those women are of age.
Can I ask
As
a
long
question?
yes, they are of age. They're adult women.
Yeah.
What about
But they're attracted to the phenotype, which you said indicates that these men are PDF files.
I think that, you know, if that's what their specific type is and that's what attracts them, then yeah.
Okay, so there are certain Asian countries that I can think of where like these are developing countries, and because of this, like the childhood and, you know, throughout their teenage years, the nutrition isn't necessarily there. This is going to perhaps have an impact on, you know, their bodily development. You know, when it comes to, for example, height in these countries is lower because it comes down to nutrition, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, are these men who live in these countries, are they PDF files?
No, because they're dating.
And we
adult
can say
women.
this about Latin America. We could say certain Latin American countries. We could say
Do
this
those
about
men
certain.
look like
we
children
could
too?
hold on. We could say this about certain countries in Africa. I just want you to say that the men in these countries are PDF files. Go ahead.
No, 'cause they're adult women.
what about runway models?
So okay,
as
so
well?
then
If
what's
this
the
is-
problem? What's the problem with an adult man dating an adult woman and this woman happens to have the phenotype which you think is not developed enough?
It's if you again with the actress Jenna Ortega, right? She literally looks like she's 14, but she's like, how old is she? I think she's like 23. Yeah, I don't know, but
Who are you to dictate what a woman is?
I'm not.
No,
Now you're gaslighting me. I'm not saying what a woman
you're
is.
You're saying that like, I'm just trying to understand, like, so a woman with small breasts, for example, an A or a B cup, you don't think she's like deserving of love because of her
I'm
body
not
type?
saying
I mean,
that.
that's kind of what you're getting at.
I'm just
Because the
talking-
people that would be more likely to be attracted to her
No,
would
but
be.
what you're
Chris donated $200. Ask women to open a pickle jar and
We already did.
I don't know how that got. I don't even.
We
know how I
already
triggered
did.
that.
She opened it.
I have a question.
Hold on, one sec. It's just like you're basically these, like, if a woman has an A cup or a B cup, one, you're just the men who
Well,
are attracted to her.
It's
Like
not about her body type. It's about her face.
you said, phenotype.
Yeah, phenotype includes the face.
Can we talk about
Like, it's
how
not
that
just about
relates?
like women who are flat chested.
Wait, so okay, just to be clear, so you'd be okay. Let's say there's a 14-year-old who looks like she's 25. You're okay with like men being attracted
if
to
he's
her?
attracted to that girl, then he's attracted to what a girl. But if he finds out her age and he's still, then that would be pedophilia. Yes.
I don't know.
By
You're doing some
that-
crazy apologetics. I
If she
think, but
looks
I
like a
don't know.
grown woman and he's attracted
Hang
to
on,
the way that
this
she
is
looks.
consistent. What she's saying is consistent. So she's saying this. Okay, and let me just steel man it. You can tell me if I get your position wrong. She's saying if a man is attracted to a phenotype which looks adolescent, then he's a PDF file. That's
Yeah.
what you're saying. So you're
Right.
saying that if a man was attracted to an adolescent who had the development of like a 25-year-old, so he wouldn't know. So he is not a PDF file, right?
Right. If
By-
he
based
didn't
on
know her
is that
age and
correct?
he's attracted to the way she looks, then no, that would not be pedophilic.
Right. So I'm correct, right?
Exactly,
I still made
yeah.
your position correctly?
Yeah.
Okay, so I just have one quick question for you. Do you agree with me, and do you agree with Brian and the men here, and I'm sure every woman here, that if a man were engaged with a woman, okay, who had, you know, he found out was in that age bracket, he didn't know before, that he should leave immediately, even if she had those same phenotypical adolescent, she like phenotypically looked adolescent, but he thought she was 25 or whatever, he should get away immediately if she is actually underage, right? He's doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, great. But if the same man was engaged with a woman who phenotypically had that expression who was 25, you say he should stay. How's that not pedophile or PDF file apologia? Can you explain that to me?
Wait.
Because what you're saying is, you're saying if you are a PDF file and you're engaging in this activity, you should stop immediately, and then you hold a double standard for the same man who's engaging in that same nature of activity by your own admission. So you're apologizing for the PDF file. There's no way around it.
No, because that woman would actually be of age.
Yeah, but he's attracted to that phenotype, which means he's a PDF by your own admission. And if you're saying he should stay with her, then that means you're doing PDF apologia.
Okay, yeah, sure. Actually, I could get behind that. Yeah, he would be a
So
pedophile
you
if he was
are a
attracted to
PDF
that
apologist. Thank you.
How am I a PF apologist, though? It's not actually pedophilia if she's of age.
You literally just said that if he's attracted to that phenotype, he's a PDF. If you then say they should stay together because they love each other, because they're both of age, then you are saying that this PDF, right, should be with this woman, even though he's a PDF. It's PDF apologia. You're saying that as long as you're attracted to that phenotype and the chick still likes you, it's fine. Yeah?
No.
But okay, so he should leave her then, right?
I don't think he should leave her.
Oh, well then I guess
I
you're
just
a
think
PDF
he would be
apologist. I don't know what to
a
tell you.
weird person. Like,
Why do you want this PDF to be with this woman? What sort of monster are you?
because if he was a PDF, he would actually be with a child.
Oh, wait a second. So now we have a distinction, don't we? So now you have said now that a PDF actually is not a person attracted to this phenotype. It's a person who's with a child. So you just switch your argument. That's it. It's over. It's done. Now we have a clear distinction as to what you actually consider a PDF to be.
Yeah,
It did not
again,
go
so
well for you.
again, if he's initially attracted to this phenotype, that would make him a pedophile. But
No, but you want
if
him to
he's
stay
already
with
in the
that
relationship
phenotype.
and he this woman is grown, she has a grown mentality,
Yeah.
he knows her real age, then no, it wouldn't be pedophilia.
Why would you want her to be around a PDF file?
What do you mean?
Andrew.
What are you talking about?
If he's attracted to that phenotype, he's a PDF file, right?
Yeah.
And she should stay with him 'cause
Specifically
she loves
attracted
him.
to that
Hang on.
phenotype.
And she should stay with him because she loves him. Why wouldn't you demand that she get away from the PDF file?
I mean, I probably would if he was specifically attracted
Now
to that
you would.
phenotype.
Now you would. Now you would. It's like a tube of toothpaste. I squeeze
No, because
here,
I didn't
take it
understand
over
what you were
there.
saying before, but I get what you're saying.
I just
You see how silly this is? Totally silly. It makes no sense.
It does. It absolutely does. If you're attracted to a woman who looks like a child, you're probably a pedophile.
I bet you this sounded really good on paper until you thought about it for 2 seconds. Like, it makes no sense. You're actually advocating that this woman stay with a person you consider to be a PDF file, which is PDF file apologia. Do you get it now?
I don't know.
wait, hold on. Do you believe in like body positivity?
Yeah, I was
No.
gonna say that.
Oh, okay, that's fine. But I mean, why are you gatekeeping like what an adult
body
woman
is.
looks like? Like, you do realize women come in different shapes and
I'm
sizes.
not gatekeeping
You're
it. It's
literally
just there
gatekeeping. You're
literally
saying
is-
You're telling us we
You're
can't be
literally
attracted.
saying, as a man, if you're not attracted to a curvy woman with large
No,
boobs
I never
and a
made
fat
any
ass,
specific
like if you happen
statements to the
be-
phenotype. I'm just saying if you look at someone and they look like a kid, they
Well,
look like
totally-
I have a 12-year-old niece. She's taller than me. She has big boobs, like big butt. I'm 25. I've been 5'4", 120, B cup. No,
But somebody-
like, since I was 15.
Yeah.
So My 12-year-old niece, she
I'm
looks
not
more
talking about the
adult
body
than me.
type. I understand that women can have flatter chests, women can have
so if a
smaller
guy comes
hips.
to me and I'm smaller, how does that make him, like, that's just preference, I believe.
Wait,
Right, and when I was doing runway modeling, right, and I was literally like narrow, like I did not have any curves on my body. Any
It's
guy
not
that
about
was
the body
attracted,
type.
that is a body type. You're talking about. I had a literal.
If he's
B
attracted
cup.
to
I was
this body
so
type, then
small.
he's-
So now
but it's
that I
not
have
just
curves,
that
a man is allowed to
specifically.
date me. But before, when I was doing runway, a man wasn't allowed to date me. Like that doesn't make sense to me. Yes, like a man shouldn't be attracted to a child, but having boobs or having a butt does not make you a
like-
woman.
yeah.
That's not what I said. That's exactly. You guys keep putting words
She's
in my
saying
mouth. I never said anything. I never said anything about butt and boobs.
I asked you about curves. I asked you about boobs. I asked you about butt.
I never
and you-
said anything to that.
Yes, you indicated towards women who have smaller breasts, smaller butt,
I said
and
women
less
who
curvy.
look like children.
Huh?
Women who look like children.
Well, without makeup,
Which-
people think
so
I'm like 15 all
what-
the time.
And when I was doing runway, people thought that I was like 14.
Look, I'm just saying, I feel like women already struggle enough when it comes to like body image issue stuff. And like now you're trying to add on some extra layer.
It's
now,
not
Hold-
about
stop,
the
shut up,
body. Oh
shut
my
up, stop
God.
interrupting. So now you're adding on another layer here where like women who do have this phenotype now need to all of a sudden be concerned. Oh, is this guy, I really like this guy. He really likes me. Is he a PDF file? Do you realize how crazy that is? A woman with A cup or B cup breast. Oh my
God.
Is he
No,
a
'cause
PDF
you
file?
guys are
That's
gonna
literally what you're
gaslighting.
advocating for. Women already struggle
No.
enough with that shit. Why?
If
why
she
you
has
gotta,
a baby face, like for example, Sophia Rain.
Okay, baby face. all right.
Sophia Rain, we were talking about. She looks like a kid, even though she has a curvy body.
Okay, so
So it would be wrong for me to be attracted to her? That would be PDF file.
Yeah, that brings up a whole different can of
That's more
worms that I
complicated
don't-
because her body looks grown.
no,
but her
commit to
face
the
looks-
position.
but-
Is he
Yeah,
a PDF
am I a
file for
PDF
being
file if I'm attracted to
Rain?
Sophia? Which?
Come on, commit to
boy.
the position.
No, because she
I hate
doesn't look
saying
like
that.
she's 14. She looks like she's 19.
You said in the face that she looks like. How about he just saw her face? He never saw her body.
Then yeah.
But
probably.
but he knows that she's 20. But never seen her face, never seen her body, just her face. But he knows she's 20. Is he a PDF file?
Well, if
Don't
he
say
knows
it.
he's 20, then
Well, help me out with this. Just
if he
real quick.
didn't know, then I would say yeah.
I'm just very
If he
curious.
didn't
about
know,
this
yes.
last question. Just a yes or no here would be appropriate. But you can respond long form if you need to. I'm just curious. These women who do have these phenotypical expressions that you say, and men who are attracted to those phenotypical expressions are PDF files, would that not entail then that woman should only be with men who aren't attracted to her?
No, she should just be with men.
Well, I don't understand. How could she be with a man who was attracted to her unless that man was a PDF file?
I just think that you should probably. Oh my god.
Damn, bro. I gotta come to the defense of like women with small titties, bro. You're doing a lot. You're throwing a lot of shade at like small titty women, bro.
Oh my
Come
god.
on, that's crazy. Yo, put a little respect.
Yeah.
Put a little respect on the small titty committee.
let's move
Can I get an answer? Hang on. Can I please get an answer?
Yeah, can you get an answer?
How could a woman who had those phenotypical expressions have a man who's attracted to her and that man not be a PDF file? Can you explain that to me?
A man who knows her age, a man who
No, he doesn't
gets
know her
to know
age.
her through her personality.
No, he doesn't know her age, okay? He's attracted to her, okay? He assumes that she's overage, right? But he's attracted to her. Based on those phenotypes specifically, he's attracted to her. Wouldn't all men who approached her have to do it based on the fact they're not, and even, you know what, even better, even if they knew her age, right, but were just attracted to that phenotype, right, you would still have to concede here that this woman could not be with any men who were attracted to her based on her phenotype because they would be PDF files. Therefore, no men who were attracted to her could actually be with her, right?
I see what you're saying there.
Can you answer?
I'm not gonna I'm agnostic on that. 'Cause I'm not gonna say that
Fucking beer.
women shouldn't find love with men who are of their age just because they look younger. I'm not gonna say that.
Okay.
I'm agnostic on that.
Wait,
that's
how about this?
That's great.
Whatever, bro.
He had to walk and get a beer. Wait, how about this? So what about women who are attracted to tall men? I think that this is actually evidence of not the PDF stuff, but it's actually evidence of incestuousness.
What?
Because-
How are you going to connect that?
Here you go. This is the same. This is the same like totally bogus toaster brain logic. So because you as a woman, when you were young, you looked up at your father and you like admired your father because he was so tall. That's why you're attracted to tall men, is because you look at, and you women who are attracted to tall men are all incestophobes.
We're getting into
No,
some
I
Sigmund Freud shit. Right here.
On average, men are taller than women, so that would explain. Like,
I see what you were
women's
trying to do,
attraction.
Brian.
Yeah, I know.
I see
It
what you
doesn't
were
make
trying
any
to
sense.
do.
It's just like anyways, whatever.
Sorry,
All right.
Brian.
Yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
work.
Is that a dad joke?
We have Mustafa. I thought you idiots were quitting this stupid joke of a podcast. Here's some dollars. Use it to get a real job. All right, you're right, man.
Thank you,
I'm going to
Mustafa.
become a power line guy or something. I do also need to do some shout outs here for, we have one, Bunny Rabbit on Cash App sends in $5. Yo, thank you. W's in the chat for Bunny Rabbit. Guys, Venmo, Cash App, whatever pod, if you want to send it in without any cut going. All right, let's get into this here. We're going to have Stifler come in here with a question. Stifler, ask everyone to